created at the time of creation of the project. However, we
Mm-hmm.
can also create it right away here in this screen.
Mm-hmm.
We can create some more facts. I don't think this is enough for the project, so I can create the fact right here. New.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have
Fact.
the facts. So these are all the objects which is there over here.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, there are different partitions. Okay, here's a partition, here's a partition, here's a partition, and then finally this is a partition. So now all this partition defines the folder which we have here. These are all the schema objects. These all are the schema objects. So now what is a
Mm-hmm.
schema object? Now what is a schema? Schema is basically a data model. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Relationship between the tables and creating the fine set of data is ultimately called as a schema. So the objects related to that particular data model is called as schema objects. Then public object. What is public object? Public object is mostly the common object which can be repeatedly or used by multiple projects, or I mean multiple reports, okay, of the projects. So this is not specific to a particular report. It can be reusable by multiple reports. So say for example, I will commonly create some filters which can be,
Mm-hmm.
I will create a country filter, city filter, customer filter, product filter, state filter. So that filter can be commonly or repeatedly be used in all the reports. So that's why these objects are called as public object, which can be consumed by anybody or any report.
Mm-hmm.
Template. So template is a
Right.
kind of a dashboard. Okay, template is a kind
Mm-hmm.
of a frame. If you are creating a template and that template can be consumable by in multiple reports to accommodate objects. Drill down, drill map. So drill down is a kind of a group. Okay, you can create a
Mm-hmm.
drill map by using more than one attributes. Okay, so for example, I have a country, then state, then region, then city, then my customer. So I can take all these attributes to create a drill map, so that when you just click on one, then you will go inside and see the state. Then when you click on that, you'll go inside and see the region and city and so on. So this is what the drill map is. And here matrix is a multi-dimensional analysis, like you have list of months and list of values that you can create. It's just a kind of table. Subtotal is a kind of also group which is needed two dimension totaling and subtotaling. So custom group consolidation. So all we'll see here. Let us just finish up this thing so that we can create a appropriate a chart and objects. New at fact. So you can choose all your tables and add individual facts to accommodate here. And their fact is normally not just a table and not just a table field. Fact is something like which should be added with the aggregation function, right? Fact cannot be a simply value. Fact cannot be only salary, cannot be only a revenue. It should be sum of revenue, right? It's like we are
Mm-hmm.
creating a chart in my strategy desktop, and we are creating group of countries, and then sum of population. So why? country names, and then why in case of population we are using sum, because expression of a fact cannot be simply the field name. It should be with a aggregation function. It can be like maximum, minimum, sum, average, aggregate,
Mhm.
etc., etc. Okay. So when
So these fact tables that are in here that we made in the project, so for example, SCL charges, so is that like some kind of aggregated form of charges? It could be sum of charges or
yeah,
could be maximum
it
there?
always by default expression is a sum. However, you can
Hmm.
also add a average, minimum, and maximum, etc.
Hmm. Okay.
So what I will add here, like
So right now you're trying to look for a table that can be aggregated so you
exactly,
can turn
I'm
into
looking
a
for a
fact.
table whose values can be aggregated, so that I can
Hmm.
create a measure or a fact. In patient account, I may not get some facts. So let's see. When you just add it, you will see the what is the patient account number. This is a patient account number, patient ID can be a fact. When how patient ID can be a fact? In that case, what should be the aggregation function? Can you just figure
Oh.
out? Can you just think of? I want to take patient is a fact, but can patient be a fact?
No, it can't be a fact
It can.
because you can't.
It can. It can be a fact. It cannot be sum here. It should be count.
Right. Count.
Should be count. Okay. I want to show. Can I just create a chart with multiple departments of the hospital,
Uh-huh.
department wise patients? In that case,
Uh-huh.
it will be sum. No. It should be department wise patient count,
Uh-huh.
number of patients. Okay. So I need to find out what is the unique ID of the
Mm-hmm.
patient in the patient table. So I found patient ID because I cannot take the name of the patient to count, because
Mm-hmm.
John Smith, there could be two patients in a hospital. So in that
Mm-hmm.
case, the count would not be considered properly. So I will take patient ID is a unique ID of the patient table, and I'll just make the expression as count of patient ID. Okay.
Okay.
So in that case, I can just say hospital department wise patient count, doctor wise number of patients. So this particular expression can be used. Now I just added it, but
Mm-hmm.
here I don't have this function. So there are a lot of formulas available when you want to add a function here, aggregation function. What I'll do, first of all, I will just add a formula.
Mm-hmm.
There are 250 type of different formulas or functions are there in MicroStrategy. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not going to tell one by one, but these are all self-explanatory. The round function will round the value. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Floor function will simply remove the numeric, decimal value.
Mm-hmm.
Truncate function will truncate the length of the string, and logical function, interval function, string function, financial function. So let's see in which base arithmetic functions, plus minus division
So all these, excuse me, all these functions that are not self-explanatory, did you play around with them to find out what they did, or
No, these
like
are
is
all
there a reason?
self-explanatory because add, average. When you want to find,
Yeah, other than these like maximum min, other than self-explanatory ones, like some like floor. I didn't know what that meant, what that was referring to. So what I'm wondering is how,
these are not self-explanatory. Concat will join two field, two names. Lower, it will convert the to lowercase. Match will match multiple strings with a certain value of the field. So there are all the functions. I will use the most popular and common functions. Okay.
mm-hmm,
Lower will make the lowercase. Length will evaluate the length of the string. If you pass something like 5 character
mm-hmm,
string, it will return 5. The length is 5. Okay. Upper trim will simply remove the space from both the sides of the string. Okay.
okay.
ToString is a function which will convert an integer to string character, string value. So when you just hover the mouse on it, you know, it will show you the description of this function. Okay,
Mm-hmm,
and what exactly you have to give here in the parameter of the
mm-hmm,
function. So these are all self-explanatory. It will return a string in which all the character A to Z input, small input has to be converted to character A to Z, small to
mm-hmm,
capital. Trim will remove the blank space in the left and right side of the string. That is what I told you.
mm-hmm.
So
So
these are
let's
all
explain.
self-explanatory functions.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So count of patient. Return
Return
a
the
number
number of
of
values.
values in a value list. This is a group value function. So I will just function can be count and value list. Next
Patient ID.
can be schema object.
Wasn't it in tables? We haven't made the fact yet, though.
Mhm. Column includes a column. Type of object type is a column. Distinct. You should take a distinct should be true. Fact ID could be
Oh, so we had to make the fact first.
yeah. I'm not.
Turn the table into a fact first, then do this. But then again, that's what we were doing to begin with. So now can't you between the print? Yeah.
Mhm.
So why is this red still though? Why is count red
It's
still?
not able to validate this one.
But didn't you choose it from the options?
Mhm. I'm just choosing this count. Count function is
Hmm. Maybe because you didn't put the table in there.
table I've chosen. But let's see. Anyway, we about the fact. patient ID, patient account. What is the table? Patient account. So this is showing this patient ID is related in all the other tables.
Mhm.
Straight away in the report also we can add these fields and give the formulas there. The patient ID can be used here for counting. Uh, Test ID. How many tests are there against a patient? And then new in patient add. In this table bed count we have already added. Vitals. Number of vitals we can create it here. So straight away we were adding this 2.
Mhm.
Okay.
But in this fact, you added two facts, though.
We wanted two facts, that is patient taste I suppose. Patho pathology ID I suppose. It not save I think two. It not save two. It was asking to name one. As it didn't given the name initially.
Mhm.
Charges, discharge, locations. Save and new. So we can make it a save and new. I didn't make it save last time. So that's why lastly which was added, that was only saved. Number of patient visited, that we can take through this visit ID and okay. Save. Save.